What's up, everybody? I just wanted to share a writing I was looking through the other day, and I wanted to share some thoughts about it. I spent a lot of time looking through my notes and kind of reviewing little writings I do, and I try to kind of reflect on where I was then and where I am now, and to see if things change and how the meaning of something changes over time. As you get wiser. I think you get wiser every day. I feel wiser than I was yesterday. I feel completely different than I was even a month ago. I feel it's crazy, man. We really change over time. I mean, there's things that stay the same, but we really we should make sure this thing's in focus. We really evolve, and there's things that I can think and do now that even a month ago I couldn't really see clearly. But I just want to talk to. I'm gonna do this more. Try to do this more, doing more of these little readings, to talk about little writings I do. This is something that I've actually posted. So I was talking to a white woman recently who said her dog had black man energy. And I asked her what that meant, and she said, "Mama's boy, thug on the outside, but soft internally." I was like, there's more significance in that. First, in that so many people first see a hard exterior to a black man. I've had people say I looked angry in my pictures. I know the potency with which I walk into rooms. I see people reacting. It's the hardness that they perceive. I take it on to soften that perception, to add some heart to that image, add some complexity, to soften it, to take down the layers of stereotypes, to undress them slowly. So this one, I can't even remember when I wrote this or what sparked it. I know the conversation I had, and I know the woman who I was talking to, and she has this big black dog, and or it's actually grayish black, and it's a very tough dog, And she said that about black man energy, and I thought that was so interesting. I didn't, it's obviously there's it's not the best idea. There's a lack of perception, which is what racism really is. It's a lack of being able to really see people and to appreciate them for who they are. That's it's not just hate. It's a blindness to people. I don't think this person, it's clearly tongue-in-cheek, wasn't meant to be, it was more of an ironic statement more than anything else. But, I think there's a lot of truth, and I've reflected a lot recently on how people perceive me. The whole part in there about pictures, I've posted pictures where I thought I was open, I thought I was showing my emotions. And people were like, "Oh, he's trying to be angry and he's thugged out." And I realized that a lot of people, they have that sense in their mind when they see a black male or really any male. It's like they kind of see us in a kind of very, in a way, based on a certain level of fear, a certain level of excitement, a certain level of coveting, maybe, versus seeing, ways of seeing versus really appreciating the person, really seeing their emotions, really connecting with them. I think that I'm a lot of times I'm more of the type of person who will see people's emotions, will try to connect with who they are, to really perceive them, to really look past whatever image they're trying to put out, but I don't always expect that in return. I know that You know, it's a gift to be able to see. It's a gift to be able to appreciate, even just be able to see people. You know, that's a gift, to really be able to not just go through life. You know, I mean, I was just thinking about this yesterday, man. We can literally go through life in basically in, you know, almost like sleepwalking. You know, it's very easy to go through life not really, you know, and just in the state of, I need to get to this place, I need to get this place, especially in the city. There's constant activity, there's constantly things going on, you know, and you're constantly have to manage your time, go to place. And I was walking in the grocery store and I was looking around and I felt this sense that, man, I'm really asleep. I'm just going through life right now. I'm not even really thinking about anything. And I think that in that state of sleep, you can start to see people in these very stereotypical ways, and you can almost lose your vision, lose your sight, not appreciate people, not see people who they are, just put people in categories. You know, just live in fear. You know, you see something on TV, you see something about, let's say for example, immigrants or whatever, or you know, they're telling you this about this person. So you go through life and then you see an individual and you think, oh, immigrant or black person or white person or whatever, and then but you're asleep. You're not really seeing them for who they are. You're not appreciating their unique qualities. You know. And I think that is a sorry state to be in. But the society does it to us. You know, the society, it sometimes prevents us from really feeling people, really understanding people, and really taking appreciation of human life. You know, when I experience that, you know, I think I've seen in the black men around me, people that I've known, myself in different points, you know, we sometimes go through life with this exterior because people expect that out of us. People expect us to have this kind of exterior. It's our way to basically protect ourselves in a lot of ways as well too. And then people think that exterior is who we are. You know, we think it's who we are, but the truth is that exterior, that hard, you know, thug, you know, it's just a protective shell. Just like women have protective shells, everybody has a protective shell. But it's not who we really are, you know. And I think that for me, part of my project, part of my life goal is to really, you know, show people how vivid I am and how vivid everyone else is, and how complicated everyone else is. That's what writers do. That's what creative people do, is that we unveil, we go past the ego, the social shell, and we go into the individual, and we reveal the true human, you know. And it takes a lot of courage to do that. It takes a lot of courage for people to be vulnerable. A lot of us are shut down. I can see it. You know, on a daily level, we deal with so much falsehood. We deal with so much, so many lies, so many projections. People are always constantly projecting on us, that we have to fight for our individuality. We have to learn to fight for who we are. I believe that God intends us to be bigger and live more dynamic lives than we live. There are a lot of black men, black people, who are living lives where they're not able to be who they really want to, because they feel they have to live a role. It may not be you, it may not be, you know, someone you know. I call it the wound of inclusion. That's a word that's a phrase that I've created. Wound of inclusion. Family members not accepting you. People in your church not accepting you because you're different. Because you walk a different way. And this is a universal experience. But I think particularly in the black context, it gets more charged because I believe our inclusion was our survival. Throughout this country, we had to come together, or we were killed. Either we relied on community in the church, or we suffered. Either we stuck together, or all kinds of things would go wrong. You'd end up on a tree, pretty much. So that inclusion is so essential to us, that we all speak the same, that we all listen to the same music. This is part of who we are. This is part of how we've survived. And that struggle to be recognized for who we are, to be different, is something that I think is a lot of people suffer from and are not even willing to really bring it up, because if they do, then they're going to look like they're out of alignment with the rest of the community. Conformity is a deeper problem in America in general too. And again, going back to the value of human life, when our life is only valuable in so much as it serves society at large, businesses, corporations, and if these entities don't really give a damn about you, how are you supposed to grow? How do you want to grow today? Well, I feel like I'm preaching. Maybe I am. Maybe. How do you want to grow today? How do you want to grow? How do I want to grow today? Every day I try to get a little bit better. I like to, I try to, work on this camera. I'm always making little mistakes. I lost an SD drive, last week, and I'm always trying to get a little bit better. So God bless. And just keep it on. Keep growing. Don't become stunted emotionally. Don't live your life. Don't go through life asleep. Much love.